Accident victims make the same mistakes over and over again at accident scenes. Check out this short video on the top 12 mistakes accident victims make, and make sure you download this short accident scene checklist to keep in your glove box. Hey everybody, my name is Barry and I'm a personal injury attorney. Welcome to the LawFull channel. In this video, we're going to talk about mistakes that people make at accident scenes. Please go ahead and download this accident scene checklist. God forbid you're in an accident. You can pull this out of your glove box and check off all the boxes to make sure you take all the steps you need to take to protect yourself. Now let's get into the video. Okay, tip number 1, stay calm. Oftentimes emotions run high after an accident. Getting angry at the other party, swearing at them, being rude to the police officer, none of this is going to help your case, and it's going to show up in the police report later on. So whatever you do, stay calm at the scene of an accident. Tip number 2, stay safe. You were just in an accident. You may be in the center lane. Watch out for other cars. I've seen so many accidents where one accident occurs and then a second accident occurs right afterwards. The first priority you should have is making sure that you and your family are safe. Okay, number 3, if you can, leave the vehicles where they are. Now that is not always possible, and oftentimes you're going to have to move your vehicle to the side of the road, but if you can, it would be better if you could leave your vehicles where they are so that the police can come and inspect the property damage. That can only help you. Number 4, do not admit fault to the other party. Now this can be difficult because if you did cause an accident, you may be inclined to say, hey, I'm sorry about that, I didn't see you. But that's an admission against interest. And when you say something like that, they can use it later against you to prove liability. So try and avoid making a damning statement at an accident scene. Okay, number 5, only discuss the facts of the accident with the police when they arrive. You may be inclined to get out of your car and go talk to the other party. That's a big mistake. You might say something that incriminates yourself. They may say something. Emotions are running high. The best thing to do is, if they want to talk to you about what happened in the accident, just very respectfully say, hey, listen, I'd like to wait till the police come to talk about what happened in the accident. Okay, tip number 6. Get medical help immediately. Now, this is kind of a no-brainer, right? If you're hurt, you call an ambulance. But I've seen so many cases where people just have a sore back and they don't go to the doctor or they don't go to the emergency room, and it costs them with the insurance company later on. And I should also say that all the things that I'm saying in this video are really secondary. If somebody's really hurt, the no-brainer is you got to get them medical attention. Everything else will take care of itself. Okay, tip number 7, always call the police. 100% of the time, I don't care how minor the accident is. You may have been involved in an accident and the other party says, hey, don't worry about it, I'll cover your expenses. Or maybe they say, it was my fault. You exchange information, but when they go and talk to their insurance company afterwards, they tell them a different story. Always get the police there to inspect the scene of the accident, look at the physical evidence, and make a report. Now, sometimes police departments won't come to the scene of the accident. Maybe it's on a private property or there's no injury involved. In that case, make sure you call 911, get what happened on the record because you can order the transcript later. And then if you can, and your car is drivable and you're not hurt, drive to a police station and file a report on your own. It's critical to get a police report on every accident. Number 8, what to do when a police officer comes to the scene of the accident. Well, obviously they're going to ask for your side of the story. They're going to inspect the facts. They're going to talk to the other party. They're going to look for witnesses and so forth. Now, it may just be that they give you a little insurance card that says your police report number, or maybe they have an exchange of information form. People often think this is the police report. It's not. It just has your information and the other party's information so that you can file a insurance claim. But when the police come, make sure you get the officer's name, their contact information, the police report number, the guy's badge number or gal's badge number. This is the kind of information that'll make it much easier to get a police report much quicker. Most police reports are available online these days, and you'll need things like that in order to get access to that report. Okay, tip number 9. Do not agree to not get insurance involved or to not call the police. This is a trick some people use. I've had so many calls from people who said that they got in an accident and the other party seemed real nice, and the next thing you know, they disappear. You need the police to come out to the scene of the accident, and you need to get that person's contact information and their insurance information. Okay, that leads me to tip number 10, which is exchange information with the other driver involved in the accident. Or maybe there's more than one driver. Now, these days, people oftentimes will just take a photograph on their phone of the other driver's license and insurance card. But if you don't, make sure you get information from the driver like their name, their phone number, their address, their driver's license number. Things like this will help you find them later. I can't tell you how many times we've had trouble finding the other driver involved in an accident. In addition, make sure you get their insurance information. What insurance company do they have? What are the policy dates on their insurance company? That'll ensure whether the policy is actually active at the time of the accident. What's their customer service number? What is their insurance policy identification number? These are all things that are going to make it easier for you to find this person later and to file a claim. And all this information, there are spaces for all this information on the accident scene checklist that you're going to download after you watch this video. Okay, tip number 11, collect evidence. Now, of course, we're very interested in finding witnesses to an accident, and if there are any witnesses, get their name and their phone number or whatever contact information you can get about them. Witnesses are very hard to find after the fact of an accident. The second thing is are there any cameras around that you can try to go after to get evidence, the videotape to show what happened in the accidents? I've had countless cases where video evidence turned the tide on liability decision made by an insurance company. Also, take pictures, of course, of your vehicle, your injuries, of the skid marks, and note in writing the date and time and location of the accident, which direction you were headed. Draw out a little diagram on this piece of paper of how the accident occurred. There's a very good likelihood that your case isn't going to go to trial or you're not going to be deposed about this accident for 6, 9, 12, 18 months. Anything you can do to document immediately can only help you later. Okay, tip number 12. File a claim with both insurance companies. That's correct. File a claim with your own insurance company as well. It's a no-brainer that you're going to file with the insurance company for the party who hit you, right? And when you call them up, make sure you get the insurance adjuster name and their contact information and their claim information. But you should also file with your own insurance company, and people are always surprised about that. And they're always worried that their insurance rates are going to go up. I can't make any guarantees about that. But chances are that if you're not at fault for the accident, your rates won't be affected. But file with your insurance company. Most likely, when you signed your insurance contract, you are contractually obligated to report to them any accident you're involved in. But there's another reason. If you file with your own insurance company, I guarantee you can get your property damage handled much quicker than if you wait for the third party, State Farm or Allstate or whatever it is, to investigate the accident, accept responsibility, and get your property damage fixed. Yes, you'll have to pay for your deductible, but chances are you're going to get reimbursed for that if you're not at fault for the accident. So I strongly recommend filing with both insurance companies after the accident. I hope these 12 tips have been valuable to you, and God forbid you get in an accident and you need to use one of these things. But in case you do, make sure you download this accident scene checklist. It has everything I just talked about in this entire video on here, and that'll make sure that you don't forget something at the scene of the accident. If you have any questions or comments about this, please reach out to me. And if you haven't already, would you subscribe to our channel? Hey everybody, thanks for watching.